GSL.
Things are really heating up here at the studio as we have our winners players. They are going to be Creator and NesTea. We just saw NesTea make the STC look like nothing, taking them out in a very quick 2-0. Now he is going to be our first player to, or our second player to join the winners match. Now this is going to decide which will be the first of our 4 players today to get right into Code S. Again, of course, all these players are in Code S already, but 2 of them will not be in Code S after this match. In the first round of Code S, you fall right down to Code A if you get 3rd or 4th place. And whoever wins this match will take the first place spot, will not have to play any more games, and will just advance right away. The best possible scenario for any of these 4 players. Unfortunately, for 2 of them, they won't have that chance. It is going to be between Creator and NesTea. And Creator was saying in chat earlier, in the lobby chat, that these days it's pretty hard for him to beat Zerg. And NesTea responded by spamming question marks into the chat. Now NesTea's copy and pasted good luck, and he is pasting it 100 times right now. Into the chat, he is actually on fire today. Looked great in his last match, and his hands are moving fast. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Creator against NesTea. This is our winners match. The winner of this best of 3 advances to the next round of Code S. This is the GSL Season 3 for 2012, brought to you guys by Monsieur J, GOMTV, and Wolf.
I see red, but I'm not even stopping. Speed ahead.
Down at the bottom right, our Protoss player from the team Prime, a child prodigy. He is
Creator
making his first appearance in the Super Tournament last year, showing great games there. His opponent up at the top, a big fan favorite, played in every season of the GSL ever. He is
AJM NesTea.
one of the oldest players to ever play the game. Just adjusted his glasses slightly to make sure that he's 100% focused on this game. Going for a very fast 11 pool here. Dropping it down, and Creator will scout this right away. Scout across positions, as this is the cross position version of the map. So he will have to make Forge first. There it is. Now, a lot of people on this map like to do a wall like Creator is doing because it's much safer. The ramp is really wide on Antigua, and so if you do not wall correctly, the Zerglings can swing by. You know, even if you wall correctly, Zerglings, depending on how many you make, can just get through because you can't have a tight wall if the ramp is just too far. So a lot of people like to do wall-offs like the one that we're about to see from Creator. Now, the only thing that is worrisome about this type of wall is it makes roach builds a little bit stronger. You can pick off buildings. And what NesTea will gain from this faster pool is that he forces the Forge first and Cannon before Gateway. He's even going to make the Cannon before Nexus as a result. So he's only making 2 Zerglings, and if he made 6, it would be like, okay, like he's going to try to really pressure here, but that wasn't his plan. The threat of the potential 6 Zerglings is going to make Creator make even his second pylon before he makes his Nexus. Having to make that cannon really quickly, delaying the gateway, delaying warp gate tech. He gets a faster queen out with a faster pool as well. So NesTea basically, yeah, he loses a few drones early on, but in the long run, it really, really helps him as far as the 2 builders go. NesTea will see that his work has been done here. The gateway and the Nexus heavily delayed, and that Overlord, after seeing that, is going to go hide in the shadows to scout for the gases later on. And at this point, NesTea is actually moving a queen very far across the map. I'm not 100% sure. I'm about 98% sure that this is a mistake. there's a 2% chance this could be for something I don't fully understand, as the queen is still continuing to go out here. I still stand that I'm 98% sure this is a mistake. And on the minimap, he may think this is an Overlord, potentially, or something. He's gonna deny the probe scout with this, for one. But, is that what this is for? I don't think so. He didn't even micro that. At this point, the pro's like freaking out. He's like, well, why is there a queen here? He's like gonna maybe go check for proxy hatcheries or something. This is, I'm not sure what this means. He may do the lair rush. No. Guys, I am baffled here. And the queen is still coming. The queen will not stop. I think NesTea has taken the +2 range to a whole nother level right now. Okay, now the queen is selected. He turned it around for a second, but then he decided to continue forward with it. Drones are coming. Is he just gonna... Is he actually... He's gonna make a proxy hatchery at the natural. He's just going to make it. Now, I thought potentially he was going to go for that lair build, but like it doesn't make sense any other way. He's just going to do it like this. Now, he only has one drone with this queen right now. He wants to make the hatchery, and there it is. I have never seen this before. Never in my life. He cancels it. It's a little bit too close, but the tumor has been planted. And now he will be able to make some spine crawlers. He needs to be careful and keep his drones alive, though. I think this may fail. The tumor is not getting up. He's struggling to get it down, but the zealots will not allow it. Now the drones are going down, and I feel this has completely failed. Now, what did he lose here? Several drones and a queen. NesTea obviously looking a little bit disappointed in his booth there after the results of this, but this is not a game-ending situation by any means. Right now, NesTea moving out, in fact, with 22 Zerglings. Stargate on the way at a pretty normal timing for Creator. Held that problem off with no problems. He made 4 cannons, in fact, just to be super safe back at home. So even if these Zerglings get a run by, with the positioning of these cannons and how many of them there are, it's just not going to be effective. Sees no third base for NesTea. And NesTea, even though I said he's not out of it yet, he is in a terrible position. This is going to be the least effective slow 22 Zergling attack that you have ever seen. So get ready. We may get the sentry. Maybe. Not sure if he's even going to get that. No. Will not get the sentry. Saves a lot of his units, but the units at the natural of NesTea are going to be the problem. Again, he's just now starting Zergling speed, so with good Stalker micro, he can actually take out all the Lings. And he can even now catch the Lings on their way home if he micros well. In total, there are 12 of them left right now. So, well, he's actually... I thought he was going to try to target those Lings down, but in the end, the Lings caught him. Trying to catch that Stalker. And he needs to micro the weakened Stalkers a little bit better. NesTea actually gets a Stalker. Supply really even right now. Macro hatch as well as the 9 o'clock expansion going down for NesTea. It's a very late 9 o'clock expansion, though. Zergling speed is about 2/3 of being done. I feel he should just run with these Stalkers at this point. And he will get maybe 2 more Zerglings. Yep, that's all he's going to get. But NesTea does get the Stalkers. The crowd actually been very enthusiastic of this, as they should be, because if you're an NesTea fan out there, you should be hoping he can get anything he can after losing that early production from the Queen as well as the extra drones. Right now, NesTea with 5 active creep tumors on the map as well as a Queen just designed for spreading that. Stalker coming out to do a little bit of denying of that as well as scouting the third base. Can't deny the creep. Will see the third. More Zerglings coming out, so the Stalker will be killed no matter what. Creator looks like he is gearing up for a big push though. Going up to a total now of 6 gateways. He has gone Phoenix Tech. That's something I haven't really touched upon too much. But he's hidden his Phoenixes. He's going to move out now with 5. And 5 Phoenixes against 4 Queens. The Phoenixes will win if they can isolate the Queens, which in this case it looks like they may be able to. He's also going to pick off a lot of Overlords. The first one being taken out instantaneously on the right side. no hope for him. The rest of the Overlords immediately being pulled away to the north. He's going for drones first. They'll take out a Queen as well here. 5 Spore Crawlers started immediately. NesTea going for a counterattack with Zerglings during this, but again, there are so many cannons up for Creator. As long as he doesn't get caught too far out at the front, he will defend this no problem. Another Queen being taken out at the natural. Both Queens lifted. Spore Crawler will finish with its out of range of the Phoenixes. Now he's to position himself around the south and relift the Queen if he wants it. Looks like he's just going to ignore it, go for the Overlord instead. And NesTea off to a pretty rough start here. Queen being lifted one more time at the natural. Does take it out. This is a huge Zergling attack coming out from NesTea. He has 53 Zerglings right now. And oh, he may catch and trap these units right now. But there are a lot of force fields available. I'm not sure how well this is going to go for NesTea. These units do not have +2 just yet. They do have +1. Great force fields here, and NesTea cannot actually make the flank work. He is behind in every way right now. The Phoenixes continue to do damage. NesTea going to lose another Overlord at his natural. The attack continues. Creator drops the 3rd Nexus. The Zerglings are still out in the middle of the map. There are not enough of them to make anything work anymore. He could kill that Queen. If he wants to, he can kill it. But right now, Creator is a generous god, and he will not kill that Queen. The Queen will sit, hoping Phoenixes do not find her. Phoenixes continue to scout right now. Sees that there is, in fact, a lair tech out. Does not see anything else. In fact, I do not believe he saw the Spire. Spire and Infestation Pit going up right now. He saw neither. He saw neither the Infestation Pit nor the Spire. So he's not going to know about the tech that's coming out here. The Phoenix production has stopped at 5. Right now, the unit count for Creator at 2 Zealots, 8 Stalkers, 5 Phoenixes, and 6 Sentries. It's a strong unit composition. It's got a lot of variety. The Sentries mostly have full energy at this point. NesTea with Zerglings alone will not be able to make a push happen. However, with the Infestors that he has the potential to make now, he could try to make something happen, but Creator may not give him that opportunity, may not give him that time. Right now, he's desperate to hold this push. He has 1,100 gas, 1,200 gas, indicating that he wants to go Mutas rather than Infestors. He's making 48 Zerglings right now, and Creator is just not going to attack. He's forced all the Lings out, and now he's just going to sit back and enjoy the show. You may see some Queens picked up here, but it looks like he's just going to go for the safe route, picking off Overlords. This will supply block NesTea again, who is making no Overlords right now. In fact, he just got Larva. He spent all his Larva, so since he hit all of his injects, he didn't have any Larva to make Overlords, so now he's making 4. And he may need more than that, as he's going to lose 2 more Overlords here, potentially, at his 3rd base. Things looking really bad for NesTea. Transfuse goes off to buy some time for that Overlord. A 2nd Transfuse as well, but it's going to cost him an Inject. And that's totally fine for Creator. Inject worth more than 100 minerals and a Larva. This huge NesTea attack, though, will commence. 8 Corruptors on the way, as well as Hive. Looks like he really wants to go to Broodlords. I thought he would make Mutas. With the gas that I saw him bank up. The Zerglings continue to be spotted by these Phoenixes. This is such a tense moment for NesTea, because basically he's got a pure Zergling army against a Protoss that's on 3 bases, and his upgrades are done. He's got +3, it just finished. He starts +1 armor immediately. 4 more gateways on the way. He's got Colossi on the way as well. The only trump card that NesTea has, arguably, is going to be this Broodlord tech, but his Greater Spire is just now starting, and the Protoss push, it's not waiting. It's coming right now across the map. He will clear up these creep tumors with his Stalkers. The 1 Colossus in the mix is a very scary reminder that this is not going to be a good engagement for NesTea if he decides to go for it, but he will decide to go for it. He hesitates. Force fields are dropping, only 3 of them. The Colossus doing so much extra damage to those Lings. It's +3 upgrades against 0-1. 0-1 upgrades for these Zerglings. They only have +1 attack versus +3, +1 armor, halfway done for Creator. Creator in a great spot here. He is tearing apart these rocks. He will be able to get into a great position to attack this 3rd base. There's almost no way NesTea can stop him, even with Infestors, even with those Corruptors. This army with Phoenix support and this many Stalkers is going to be so hard to stop. He does have Blink as well. This will allow him to reposition his army. NesTea trying to decide the best angle of attack, but during this hesitation, during this waiting period, Creator is still attacking the hatchery. He's not going to wait for NesTea to get into good position. He's just going to go right now. He's killing the hatchery. He's positioning his Colossi to protect those Stalkers and to potentially catch Infestors that come to the side. He's going to pick up these Queens and 2 Infestors. This is not looking good. NesTea in so much trouble. He's only down 20 supply. He's going for a massive counterattack, but it is only with Zerglings. He will attack this 3rd base and he will kill it most likely. Look at the wall that Creator has set. He's trying to force seal, but the Colossus steps on the force seal. A mistake by Creator, but in the end, he actually gets enough force seals down to hold here. And at this point, this base trade is going to go heavily in the favor of Creator, using probes, the one Colossus to hold. He will lose his third base, but he has so much defense in play at his natural, and NesTea has no answer. I repeat, no answer for the Stalkers. He has the Broodlords. They just finished, but the Corruptors, where are they? They have all been made into Broodlords. The Stalkers will blink in. The Phoenixes as well doing damage here, and NesTea's supply plummets. Is about to be below 100. The Corruptors are gone. The Spore Crawler doing some damage to these Phoenixes, but a second blink will end the game. 100 supply up now is Creator. He can remake his third base. NesTea is out of luck, out of hope. GG. Creator takes game 1. Creator holding off NesTea's very unique Queen walk across the map hatchery strategy. He was only making the hatchery, of course, to spread a creep tumor so that he could then follow things up with spines and then push the spines towards the base of Creator. A really effective strategy when your opponent goes for that type of forge wall up. We saw NesTea actually be the first player to use a fast layer to spread creep with Overlords and drop those spine crawlers. But in the end, this time it was not enough. Now the map choice will go to NesTea, and it turns out that he wants to play on Daybreak. Creator talking to Gerard very briefly, and at this point, NesTea has got to be very stressed out. Obviously, that was, I mean, he had no transition in that game. There was no way for him to really figure things out. His third base was so late. When your third base is late, your production is late. Also, you don't have the gas that you need to tech. He tried to tech quickly, but he didn't have enough gas. He went for Corruptors and Infestors together, which almost ended up being enough. I mean, he looked strong in that game, despite his weak opening, despite how little he was able to do with that. But Creator, I think, is going to definitely have a little bit of a grasp on NesTea's playstyle. He's studied his games. He knows exactly what to expect. Obviously, he didn't expect what happened last game, but now he's going to be prepared for even that. And even though the map choice is not his, it is Daybreak, a map that is not Zerg favored in any way. A very, very balanced, fair map. NesTea, obviously he wants to just move into the round of 16 right away, but Creator is going to be one stepping stone he has to cross. The same can be said of Creator, who's now one game away from advancing for the first time to the round of 16, to that second group. He's never done it before. This will be his first time. He has never been this close before. He can basically touch it. He can feel that Code S medallion. He can feel the round of 16. It's right in front of him. All he has to do is reach out and take it. But to do so, he has to come up against MJ Duck. I am NesTea. We'll find out if he can do it right now here at the GSL Season 3 of 2012.
I see red, but I'm not even stopped.